Time for the Weird and Wacky segment.
Abominable snowman.
He's not an axe murderer.
One of the TAs turned out to be a bot.
Okay, our first and pretty much only story. There's two stories kind of related.
Same,
related to hugging and cuddling at the airport. So airport imposes hug time limit, suggests moving PDA to parking lot. And then the other story, cuddle time capped. New Zealand airport limits goodbye hugs to 3 minutes.
Okay, so I gotta say a couple things first. All right,
and we both tagged these articles independently because we both found them hilarious.
Number one, you know for sure this wasn't in the U.S., right? Like as soon as you read that, you're like, "There's no freaking way that's a U.S. airport where they had to impose a hugging limit." Like the U.S. airport, you're like. Your family's driving you, and you're lucky if you get your bag out of the car before it's already moving away. You're literally like grabbing it out, and the trunk's like flailing open in the wind, and they're cruising, they're gone. You know, like there's cops screaming at you, like it's a whole
exactly.
thing.
That's what I was thinking. Like I've never had time to do that because keep it moving.
No, it's more like
screaming at you.
Oh, I forgot to tell my wife goodbye. Like that's more of what happens, and then I'm getting a text. It's like, sorry, I didn't get to tell you goodbye. I love you. You know, like, oh, okay. They must be much nicer in New Zealand. But yeah, I mean, so apparently there was a problem with people giving long emotional goodbyes. And so the government there just put up some friendly signs that was like, hey, if you need a longer time to say goodbye, there's a parking lot. Like a couple like kitschy signs, and they got some like backlash for it. I'm like, dude, like, come on. If you're taking more than 3 minutes to say goodbye at an airport, like, let's be real here, people. Like, come on now. Like,
I love how in the article they're like, look, your maximum oxytocin release
20 seconds.
20 seconds.
20 seconds.
So
a hug for 20 seconds. Yeah.
You don't need to hug for longer than that. But I got to tell you, like, this sign that they have up, in the article, you listeners, you should click on the article and look at the sign, but it says max hug time, 3 minutes. And underneath it says, and then there's like these stick figures hugging. For fonder farewells, please use the car park. I so want this sign and go to, like MARTA, like the kiss and ride things and put them up there. Because people park in those things for way too long and they're not saying goodbye. They're just parking there. But I think this is funny. And I think it would be hilarious to put it up in a MARTA.
I'm going to make a bold proclamation here.
What's that?
I think we would be hard pressed to find any Americans that are hugging in public to say goodbye for more than 3 minutes. Like that, it feels like, okay, Hartsfield Jackson is probably the busiest airport in the world.
Yeah.
That I guarantee you that does not even happen once a day. There's just no, like, we're just not wired that way, I guess. I don't know, but like, it just strikes me as so, I mean, I love it. Like, I would love to be a part of a culture that liked to give goodbye hugs for 3 minutes. I think maybe. I don't know.
More than 3 minutes. More than 3 minutes.
I feel like maybe I'd be captive at that point. I don't know.
I mean, then you've got to really like build that into your plan of what time you're going to get to the airport, right? Like, okay, well, my flight's at 10. I need to be there by 8. But then we're going to have a hug for like 20 minutes. So then really I need to be there at 7:40.
Well, you have to multiply by the number of people. You have 3 minutes per person, right? So if the whole family's taking you, you got to really think through like, wait, who's going tomorrow? Because that like 2 people are, okay. So we can leave 10 minutes.
Can we do
later?
It as a group hug or is it one-on-one hugs?
So,
because if it's all one-on-one, I got to add more time in. If it's a group hug, then we can get it done in the 3.
You got to think through this stuff.
Yeah.